We are going to lift up into some downward dogs a little bit tonight. We don't normally do in our yin practice. So we're going to do a little bit of that and kind of a full body sort of thing tonight. So, all right. So nice, comfortable seat for your own body tonight. Move yourself around, kind of wiggle back and forth on your left and right sit bones a little bit. Maybe loop your shoulders up and back. And lift your heart up a little bit. Close your eyes. Take a nice full deep breath in through your nose, and then let that breath leave the body nice and easily. Start to allow things to unwind within the joints of your body, your jaw, shoulders, elbows, and wrists, hips and knees and ankles. To feel the mat below you, the support of your mat below you. Continue taking some nice deep breath in. Try and elongate the breath a little bit if you can with each inhale and exhale. And soften all the way into the bottom of your exhale. As you continue to breathe, hopefully you're going to feel a little bit more soft, a little more easeful within your physical body. And as we move through our practice together, that will hopefully translate through our spirit and our mind as well. Bring awareness to our belly button, and we just want to hug that in. Hug your lower belly up and in, the sides of the belly around and in. Just adding that little bit of extra support to your lower back. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, slightly shift the upper body back. With that little bit of a shift, of course, we're going to feel the sit bones grounding a little bit deeper. And then lift your heart from the inside out. Allow a softness to start to roll or ripple its way across the shoulders, along the tops of your shoulders. And softening the base of your skull bones. A little bit of space between our teeth. Nice soft drishti behind closed eyes. If you have your hands on your lap, on your knees or your inner thighs, allow a nice natural bend into your elbow. So the elbows can start to anchor down to the earth. Rise and open your crown. If you need a little bit of organic movement, you can move the head from side to side. Look down at your feet, look up slightly. Take some nice, deep, full breath as you slowly, mindfully move your head around in space. Really becoming aware of the breath so that we're not holding the breath at all. It's flowing nice and easily. Going left and right. Got to look after the yin and the yang, that male and female energy. And on the breath, when you're ready, let's come back to our center. Let's float one palm up to the heart and the other palm up. Then let's meet them at Namaste or Anjali Mudra. Just floating in front of the heart space, a nice gentle touch. Let the elbows drop towards the sides of your body. Now take the heart and lift it up towards the centers of your palm. A little bit of a drop to the chin to elongate the back of our neck. Big, full breath in, and then let that breath leave the body. If you feel like you're stuck anywhere in the body, you've got some tension or some tightness or an emotion stuck, use a sound to the breath as many times as you need it. And returning back to your natural breath for you. Allow yourself to really start to draw inward. Allow your outside world to disappear, start to slip away or disappear. Just putting it outside of our practice space. And then anything that you need to pick back up on the way out of the practice, it'll be waiting there for us. Just focusing on the sound of your breath. And as thoughts arise, that's okay. Just keep listening to the sound of your breath. And really try and put the breath into your body. Take it down deep into the belly. Take the breath into your joints, into your muscles, your tissues, your cells. And soften your tongue between your teeth. Keep taking some really nice deep breath here. And if you're ready, take a pause at the bottom of your exhale. Pause there in that little pocket where it's so peaceful and so quiet and so incredibly calm. Start to let go, disengage, and let this life force of your breath to take over. That which rotates the earth for you, that which breathes you. You're saying, okay, life force, take care of me. Release control and allow your prana or your life force to support you through our practice tonight. We're going to start to curl the spine in a forward fold. Breathe in. Exhale, just start to curl the spine. So we don't want to necessarily hinge at the hips right now. Just let your spine curl. You can keep your hands at namaste if you'd like, at the heart space. You can place them on your lap or your belly. Really try and allow your elbows to be pulled down towards the mat. You can start to really curl your shoulder heads around your heart, like you're holding your heart in this really nice space here in front of you. Making sure not to press our lips together too hard, or our teeth, or our eyes. Take notice of what maybe has happened to your belly. It may have started to the lower belly. You may have let that go. So continue on bringing awareness to pulling the belly button in. And start to allow your fold to fall forward. Okay, so inhale. Exhale, start to allow the fold to fall forward. Your elbows may come to the knees. You can drop your hands to the mat or the floor. And we're really just trying to still curl the spine like we're doing cat-cows here. We're trying to keep the spine nice and rounded, nice and rounded. Your head should be heavy hanging. Really wonderful opportunity to try and bring the breath to the back of the heart. Peel the shoulder blades apart with the breath. Draw some breath down and around and through your spine. Let's go 3 more breaths here.
Give your head a little bit of a shake. If you notice that your skull bones are a bit stuck feeling, okay, or you've got some tension you're carrying in your face, your forehead, or your cheekbones or your jaw, just give a little bit of a wiggle. Maybe your lips can fall away from the teeth and feel a little bit puffy. We're going to get ready to roll up like a Raggedy Ann doll would. So inhale, exhale, start to root deeply through the sit bones, and then let the rest of the spine build itself up nice and tall. Lift the heart, open the shoulders, open the chest, lift the crown. And then just sit there in your really tall structure. Some nice full deep breath. Awesome. So let's take a scooping breath. Inhale all the way up. Big breath. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands fall just down like rain in front of you. Take this with your own time and your own breath. You may be faster, you may be slower. Try and add some really quality breath here, especially with the exhale. Let's go one more time when you're ready. Use this exhale as really grounding yourself, calming your nervous system. Float the hands at the belly, palms up. When you're ready, inhale that breath up, that life force up to the heart. Exhale, pull it back down to the roots. Let your shoulders come down from the ears. Inhale up. And exhale back down to your roots. This time we're going to take a breath up to the heart. Exhale, just flip your palms to float in front of your heart space. Hold them right there. We're going to take a circular breath, okay? So inhale. Exhale, take it around and push it like you're trying to push sand around. And then back into the heart. Inhale. And then exhale. So you can start to also circle at the hips as well. Good. Come back to your center and we're going to go the other way. So push the other way. Inhale. Exhale around. Pull it back in with the breath. And around. In. Last time around, ladies. Pull it back up. Come back to center. Send the elbows out and away. Smile. Feel good. Did the hard part by showing up for our practice tonight. Now we just get to do practice together. All right, let's make our way to fours, and we're going to go into child's pose for a few breaths. So if you need something underneath between your thigh and your calf, put something there for that, or a block for your forehead. Take the knees nice and wide so you have some space for your belly and your heart to fold down to the mat. Okay, and then let's just walk our way. Keep your arms out extended quite long out in front of you. And let your heart and your belly kind of melt down towards the mat. Maybe spread your fingers on your mat so that you can start to feel some connection. You're welcome to have your big toes touching, or you can have them apart. Just continue with your breathing. Melt some softness around your spine, your back body across your hips.
your arms, even though they're extended out in front of us, let's have them nice and soft. So a nice natural bend into the elbow and soften into your shoulder joints. Some nice full belly breath here. Child's pose is so nice for helping us to set aside our day or any stresses or anything like that that we may be carrying on our physical body. It's a nice, comforting, nourishing pose. From here, with the breath, as you inhale, exhale, we're going to rise up to fours, couple of cat-cows. So breathe in, exhale, press into the mat, come to rise to your fours, and just have your elbows and wrists and shoulders in alignment, knees and hips in alignment. Nice widely spread fingers. Set your drishti just between your hands or just out in front. From you, drop your tailbone. So we got to pull the belly button up towards the spine. Drop the tailbone between the space of our knees. At the tops of your feet, all 10 toenails, make connection with your mat. Press the mat away so you feel your arm bones lengthen a little bit. Big breath. Full complete exhale. Breath in to drop the belly, open the heart forward. And just pause here for a breath or two. Keep pressing the mat away so that we're not shrinking into the shoulder joints. Focus your awareness to opening up around your tailbone. Close your eyes and feel yourself. Feel what's happening for your body. Feel yourself on your mat. Listen to the sound of your breath. And breathe in deeply. Exhale, start to rise your spine. So drop your tailbone first, and then the rest of our spine wants to follow and rise and peel apart between the shoulder blades. Maybe drop the head so that you can kiss the heart space and curl under your tailbone nice and strongly. Press the mat away from you. Find a little bit more length and space in your arm bones. Let your head dangle quite heavily. You're welcome to shake the head a little bit, just a nice wiggle. From here, we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift up to a downward facing dog. Nice bent knee. Inhale. Exhale, slow lift. Nice, fully bent knees. Try and send the tailbone up as high as you can, even though your knees are bent. Ears between the upper arm bones. And we're going to try and lengthen out the legs. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen out the legs. So straighten the legs the best you can. Idea is for the heels to work their way down towards Mother Earth, but definitely don't have to make a connection to the mat. Nice, strong, deep breathing. From here, we're going to inhale to our toes and then bring the knees down to the mat. We're going to get into the chest a little bit, you guys. Walk the hands forward quite far on your mat. We're going to go into puppy pose. So with puppy pose, we want the tailbone to stay high, the knees below the hips there, and the bend of the knees basically at a 90. But we want to start to sink the heart down and the forehead down towards the mat.
Okay, so once you arrive here, you're welcome to stay with just the forehead connected onto your mat. And that is fantastic here. Nice and for opening up the chest. Try and keep your toenails and your feet connected to your mat so they're nice and soft and relaxed. Now, if you're really, really open in your chest, you can take your gaze up towards the short edge of your mat and try and sink the chest down towards the mat as well. Okay, so you're kind of floating on the chin there, but otherwise just stay with the forehead. We're here for about another minute, 30 seconds. So we've got some time here. Some nice deep breathing. Inhales and exhales. Spread your fingers. Try and relax your ankles if you can. Making sure not to clench our teeth together or press our tongue up towards the roof of the mouth. About another 30 seconds. So when we're ready, what we're going to do is we're going to slide forward to come to Sphinx or a baby cobra sort of idea. So we're going to need to engage the belly. Nice and slowly release the shoulders. So you're going to press into the elbows when we're ready. And then draw the body, the whole entire of the front body down onto the mat. So take a nice deep breath in, stay as you are. Exhale, release the breath. And the next breath will be our moving breath. So inhale. Exhale, start to shift forward from the shoulders. Let the hips come down towards the mat. Nice soft connection of the hips to the mat. Once you arrive there, just step the thighs back so that you have a lot of space in the front body. And you should hopefully have landed relatively in Sphinx. So take a peek that your elbows are below the shoulders. If this is too much for you, then splay the elbows out a little bit to the sides of your mat and set your drishti so that you have a lot of space in the back of your neck there, okay? Otherwise, let's stay here in Sphinx together for a few breaths. Try and draw the shoulder blades down the spine. Soften and lift your heart. Nice, soft, even inhales with the exhale. Check that your 10 toes are connected, tops of the feet. You have nice, soft ankles. Go 3 more breaths here. You're welcome to close your eyes. Just listen to the sounds of your breath. And when we're ready with the breath, we're going to let the elbows slide out to the side and then slowly lay the chest and the head onto the mat. You can stack your fists or your palms for your forehead too. Breathe in. Exhale, splay those elbows out to the side. Slowly, slowly let the heart connect back to your mat. Stack the palms on each other, and then let's place our forehead onto our stacked palms. Maybe take some belly breath here so you feel your breath, you feel your belly pressing into the support of your mat. Wonderful. We're going to do one more for the chest opener. We've done this before. It works. It's so effective. It's the goalpost one where we have the one arm out from us at a goalpost shape along on the floor. So the palm is connected. The inner arm is connected to the mat. Your arm is in the shape of a goalpost, and then the other arm is pressing into the mat, and you're looking the opposite way of your goalpost arm. Seal the shoulder head into the mat, and then we just want to start to peel the body away from your mat. Okay, you can bend the leg, you can come right onto your side body and take that leg right over, like kind of like a scorpion does. Some nice full deep breath here. This is a big opening for the chest. So try and keep your drishti nice and soft, whether it's open or closed, not clenching in our teeth or our eyes. You may need to play a bit with the positioning of the arm that's in goalpost. If you're not feeling it too deeply or not much at all, you may need to move the arm up or out a little bit more. Some full breath. Just trying to keep your thinking mind nice and quiet. If you find it's really wandering around, always come back to listening to your inhales and your exhales, the rhythm of your breath. Got about 30 more seconds here. Soften the structure of your body, your bones. We don't need to be tensing in our muscles or anything right now. Just enough to support the posture. But not much effort than that. Not much more effort than that. And stay here one more breath. And then on that next breath is going to be the breath where we let our body fall, our front body fall back to the support of your mat. Okay. Just stay as you are, one breath. And breathing in. Exhale, slowly release. Once you feel that stretch in the pec muscle releasing, you can just let your body fall back. Bring that arm and tuck it or do whatever it is you need to help release it a little bit. You can lay it alongside the body, palm up, and just kind of bounce your shoulder head off of your mat for a moment. And then totally relax it. Some big full belly breaths here. And then, of course, we need to do our other side. So plant that other arm, spread the fingers nice and wide, plant it, find the goalpost shape. Look to the other side, plant the other palm in front of the face, take a breath. And when you're ready, that exhaling breath is going to be the one where you peel the front body away from your mat. You can just leave the leg bent or stacked, or take it all the way across to touch the other side if that's available for you. Find your version of the posture that works the best in your body. Keeping the soles of the feet nice and soft, the toes and all of those little bones in our feet and our ankles. If you're feeling at all like you're holding tension or resistance, I guess is the word I'm looking for, in the pec muscle or along the front of the chest there, bring a strong awareness and actually physically tell your body to soften and relax into your pose. Just giving that part of your body that permission that it might be needing from you to be in acceptance of the pose and be open for it. "30 more seconds. What's happening for you in your facial structure right now? Hopefully it's nice and soft. Right from the skin to the tissue, the cells, cartilage, bone, teeth, eyes. Okay, one more staying breath, and then our breath after that will be where we come back to our mat. Get a nice slow transition as you exhale. Imagine roots are pulling the entire front body back to connection with the mat. And again, on this side, just doing what you need with that shoulder or the arm to allow things to kind of recalibrate a little bit there with that chest opener. Awesome. All right, so let's bring the hands back as though we're going to lift up into cobra. Okay, so the palms are planted on the mat. All 10 toes are planted on the mat. Pick up the thighs, walk them back a little longer. Set your drishti just down in front of you. And we're just going to peel up we're going to do 3 baby cobras. Just nice and slow, mindful, graceful cobras. Here we go. Peeling up on the inhale. Like this is very small. We're hardly lifting up at all. So you're really trying not to press into the hands here. Inhale. And back down. Like a paintbrush, painting on a canvas. Let's rise up one more time. And back down to your mat. Press up to 4s as you inhale, and as you exhale, come back to child's pose. And exhale, slowly shifting back. Just allow your body to come into child's pose nice and easily. And place your arms however you want them. Alongside the body, tucked underneath. Namaste at the base of the skull. And we're just going to stay here. Allow your bones to start to sink a little deeper. Some nice quality, beautiful breath. Start softening and opening up around the tops of your hips, across your lower back, around your tailbone. So maybe you can feel your tailbone being pulled down or anchored down a little bit more. The only thing that should be happening with the body right now that is moving it is the breath. Give yourself permission to let go. Not only of your actual physical structure, but any thoughts that may be nagging at you, anything that may not be serving your highest and best good. Let's go 3 more breaths. And wherever your arms are, we're going to walk them out long in front of us. Our next yin posture is going to be lizard. All right, so our arms are stretched out in front of us, fingers are nice and wide, planted. Our roots are ready to hold and support us. Here we go, rising with the breath. Inhale.
Come to 4s. And we're just going to swing the leg forward, swing one leg forward. Doesn't matter whether it's your left or your right. Bring it around forward. So we land in a lunge, but the knee is on the mat. Now, if your lizard looks like this, where your hips are fairly pushed forward, okay, that's fantastic. If it looks more like your back leg is in a 90, that is just as good too, okay? Just work on trying to bring those hips forward if you can. Press into the front toe mound of the front foot. Maybe pick up your toes if you're feeling like they're really pressing into your mat. And we're just going to stay here with the knee forward, the hips forward, the shoulders forward to start out with, and then we'll open things up a little bit in our lizard. If you have a lot of flexibility and openness in your hips and you're able to go down to the mat once we open things up, use a block if you have, or a pillow if you need it, to place the elbows on once we get to that point. So focus on drawing your shoulders away from your ears, nice and soft in the front of your chest. Now we're going to open up that front leg. So bring the hand on the inside of the leg, and you can either flex the toes and roll out to the outside knife edge of the foot and let the knee kind of fall out to the side a little bit, or you can spin on the heel and open things up that way as well. So you can try both ways, see which feels best in your body for you tonight. And this is where we're just going to stay for a little bit of time. If you have blocks and you need them, you need to bring yourself up a little bit, use them, because they're very, very good to use. Books or anything. And as I was saying earlier, if you have it in your body's ability tonight to come down low, down to your mat, you're welcome to do that using a block or anything as well, okay? So lizard can be a bit of a challenging pose to stay in and adopt our yin principles with. The yin principles being holding a pose for a longer length of time,
being still and quiet within that pose, and finding your edge where you feel the stretch. You feel a deeper opening coming into the body, but you're not taking it all the way to level 10. I feel like the most challenging one in all of that is especially being in a lizard pose, is the holding the stillness, holding the space for your body while we're in this pose. So you can set your drishti down to the mat. You can even let your head dangle if you want to, if you feel like the weight of your head is a little heavy tonight. Nice mindful, even inhales and exhales. Let's go with about 30 more seconds, you guys. Coming out of our pose or leaving a pose is just as important, especially in a yin posture. Coming out of it is just as important as going in. So we need to be very, very mindful and gentle as we come out and move very slowly. So keeping that in our minds as we shift back, just do that as slow as you can. But first of all, we need to bring this open hip back underneath of us. So breathing in, exhale, let's bring it all back underneath of us first. Press into that toe man for some support. And then we're going to slowly shift back with the hip. Inhale, exhale with a slow, slow, slow shift. And you're going to feel that point where it releases. And then just stay with that for a moment. You may even be feeling a little bit in the hamstring right now as well. Beauty. Come on to the inside of that leg. Breathe in. And exhale, you can heel toe it around until it gets to the point where you can just bring it back around on your own power there. Excellent. Come back to fours. Notice how you feel from one side to the other. You know what? Let's lift into dolphin. So bring the elbows down. Cup one hand with the other hand. Tuck the toes underneath. Inhale. And a big breath out to lift up into dolphin pose. So we're on our elbows here. And the elbows are acting just like our hands would when we're in our downward dog. And what I want us to look at is what we're feeling from the side that we just opened up in the hip flexor to the side that we have yet to do. So once you've taken a look at that picture of your body, take an inhale. Exhale slowly, let the knees come back down to your mat. Feel them connect, untuck those toes, settle back into child's pose for 2 breaths. Fabulous. Reach out in front of us, ladies. Plant those roots. Spread your fingers. Breath up to rise. Inhale. Awesome. Let's bring it through to the other side now. So just mindfully, slowly find your position here for your lizard. And then as your body is adjusting and ready and willing, we can draw a little deeper with that.
So soften the tops of the feet and the ankles of the back, or the ankle of your back foot. Press into the toe mound of the front foot, and you're going to feel that little bit of extra support happen for you once you do that. Once your toe mound is anchored, soften the tops of your shoulders, down your spine, down the sides of your body. Try and keep your hips and your shoulders nice and square to your front. Really soft drishti just out in front of you. When you're ready, transfer both arms to the inside. And then however you opened up on the other side, let's do the same on this side. So whether you supinated the foot, flexed the toes and supinated the foot, went onto the knife edge, or you spun on the heel and opened it up that way. Come back to softening quite deeply right down into the pelvic bowl, all through the hip flexors, all of the muscles of the hips. Then come back to softening your upper body, shoulders, your chest cavity, your armpits, top of your back, even your skull bones. And try and find a deeper sense of stillness and quiet. And to really sit in the pocket of that stillness and quiet. Take the pause at the bottom of your breath. Notice if you're holding any resistance, either in your breath or your physical body. Good job, ladies. Keep connected to your breath, to the sound, the feeling, the experience. Go 30 more seconds. And then, of course, being mindful of the release of the stretch. So one more staying breath. Stay as we are. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring that leg back underneath of you to center the front leg. Press into the toe mound for a little extra added support. Breathe in. Exhale, very slow. Very, very important if you had that hip flexor quite open and forward. So keep the toe mound still planted here. The supporting leg should be about a 90-degree right now. Come on the inside of that foot and let's heel toe it out and around. So we can take it back to force when you're ready. Awesome. Come back to your force for a moment and just a couple of cat-cows on your own pace with your breath.
Coming back to your neutral spine when you're ready. And we're going to come to seated Sukhasana. So just draw a leg underneath of you. Come to seated Sukhasana. Take your legs out straight. Actually, not Sukhasana. Legs out straight in front of us. Walk them nice and long. Move any flesh out of the way of your bones. So you can get a nice, strong connection there. So bring the toes towards your nose. The rest of your leg bones can just relax onto your mat, but just bring your toes towards your kneecaps or your nose. Take a breath in tall. Let that breath out. All right, we're going to hinge at the hips to forward fold. Breathe in. Exhale, start to walk down the legs. And when you feel a nice stretch, just stop right there and pause. Stay with that for a breath or two. And then when we're ready to go a little bit deeper, take a breath and then finish going just a little bit more. And then just continue doing that until you reach that point in your stretch where you feel it on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 6 or 7 in the ability of your body to stretch in this position. You can let your elbows have a nice natural bend in them. And round your spine if you want to, or you can keep it nice and straight, or kind of a mixture in between. We're going to stay here in our fold for a little bit of time. We opened up many parts of the front body, so we just want to get into the back body a little bit before we close our practice together. So while we're being very still and quiet, your body may be sending you messages of things it's needing, whether it's in this moment, your body needs something, or, over the coming days. Allow yourself to maybe shift just a little tiny bit more into your fold. Feel your left and right sit bone hopefully evenly grounding. Soften the base of your skull bones into the shoulder joints. Still here in our fold together. Let's go another 5 or so breaths. Soften your face.
2 more breaths, just as we are. And then we're going to start to roll up nice and slowly. It may take us a few breaths to roll up to tall. We're just going to do that nice and slowly. Last breath here. And let's get it ready to rise. Breathe in. Exhale slowly. Slowly, very, very slowly. Let's rise. Really take your time here. Just want to build our body back up. Once you reach as tall as you can be here, lift your heart from the inside out, close your eyes, and just float here. Soften down your spine, let your shoulder blades draw down your spine. You should be feeling quite rooted in the sit bones right now. Awesome. Take the hands just slightly behind you. Plant your fingers. Pull one leg up to bend and the other leg up to bend. Take them a little wider on the mat. Adjust yourself here. And we're just going to let the knees kind of fall off to the side. Whether they come all the way down to the floor doesn't make a difference. It's totally whatever is what it is there. And then let's shift it over to the other side. Bring the legs back up center. Keep the feet nice and wide and just knock your knees together and hold them there. So your knee, just kiss your inner knees together. Plant the soles of the feet firmly onto your mat. And just let your legs be. Let them hold themselves there. Relax the muscles around your bones. Beautiful. So shimmy one foot into center, the other foot into center, and then we're going to shift our hips forward and come to lay down on your mat. Palms up. Make any little adjustments to your back body that you want. You can bring the knees back together if you want to. You can straighten out your legs. You can take them up to the sky. You can take laying butterfly, so the soles of the feet together and the knees fall out to the sides. So this is going to be our closing posture, ladies. So you choose what works the best for you and feels the nicest in your body for you. And we're going to be here about 3 minutes. Okay. Just stay mindful of your breath. Since we are laying on our bellies, let's take a few belly breaths. We're laying on our backs. Let's take some belly breath. So imagine you have a balloon down. The roundest part or the top of your balloon is gently placed on the floor of your pelvis. Okay, and the part that the knot of the balloon where we tied it is placed up near the diaphragm. And you want to try and inflate that balloon down as deep as you can and get the top of it as full as you can. So we want to try and take the breath way down into the pelvic floor if you can. Really great way to do that is to seal your lips and use your UGI breath. So you have a kind of a deep ocean wave sound coming from the breath when you use an UGI breath. Keep your chest really soft and open, and your shoulder blades anchoring down into the mat. Also, if you went into a twist, I'll just notify you when we're halfway and just switch over to the other side. So if you're in your twist or something that you need to do the other side of, make that transition now in partnership, of course, with our breath. Check into your teeth, make sure they're nice and soft and parted. And soften your eyebrows and along your hairline. About another minute here with our pose. And a couple more breaths. Your next breath is going to come out of your pose, come back to just laying on your back. We're going to get ready for Shavasana. So if you need a blanket or socks or sweater, you want to do anything for yourself to get ready, I'll give us that time here, and then we'll enter into Shavasana together. You can do seated or laying Shavasana, your choice. Let's give us about another 30 seconds to get ready. Okay. And closing your eyes. Take a nice, soft, gentle breath in. And exhale fully. The next time, keep breathing in and out. We're going to hold the breath at the top of the inhale. Just suspend it. And then when you're ready, exhale and just let your body melt into that breath, into the support of your mat. Let your bones go in that breath. Let your muscles go in that breath. Do that breath, suspending the breath at the top of the inhale as many times as you need to until you feel your body have that release. And trust in yourself that you are able to hold space for yourself where you feel safe and comfortable for your Shavasana tonight. And that maybe you can start to let go of something that is just not serving your highest and best good. Continuing with a nice, soft, gentle breathing pattern, start to let go of your structure. Your muscles and your bones. And softening into the soles of your feet, each one of your toes. Continuing to hold yourself in a loving way, supporting yourself with your breath. And let go of our leg bones. Just let them go. Feel them fall heavily into the mat. Softening your knees, your inner thighs. Letting go of your pelvis, your tailbone, all the muscles of your hips, all those muscles and bones and ligaments and tendons that support us in moving forward in our life. Let's just give permission to those to let go and relax in this moment. That it's okay. Soften your spine, your shoulder blades. Allow your belly to softly rise and fall with your breath. Letting go of your ribs, your collarbones, and your shoulders. And softly, gently give your arms permission to release. Let go of the bones, the joints. Draw that softness up through to your jaw joints, your jaw bones. Let go of your facial structure, behind your eyes, your inner ears, your skull bones. And bringing your awareness to your inner world. And soften your brain in behind your eyes, down into your throat, landing softly and gently into an open, soft heart. It's breathing in, letting go. Just taking a nice, soft, gentle breath in. Just remaining calm, quiet, and peaceful. Maybe start to deepen your breath a little bit. Wiggle your fingers and toes ever so gently. Stretching, moving any way that feels nourishing for you right now. And then when you're ready, take a breath and roll to your side and just pause there on your side for a couple of breaths before we come up to seat together again. So once we've come back up to our tall seat, if you're not there yet, take your time. Just sit gently in your body. You try and be open and tall, but be really gentle with yourself here. Close your eyes and breathe in. Open the mouth to breathe out. Just give yourself this gift of mindful breathing a couple of more times at least before we leave our practice tonight. Maybe as you're doing that, you can set an intention of how you would like your week to go, how you'd like to feel, something you'd like to accomplish. And set that nice, strong intention and seal it with the breath. When you're ready, let's float the palms up to come to our heart. Into prayer pose. When we hold our hands in prayer pose, it actually strengthens our mental projection. So our intention that we just set, this pose is going to seal and strengthen that intention out there for us. It has a really penetrating effectiveness for us. So it's really great to come to. Take a breath in. Exhale. Smile if you feel like it. Thank yourself for carving out time for you tonight. And I appreciate you so much for joining me. Take care of yourselves over the coming week, okay? Om Shanti, deep peace to you. Namaste. Thank you so much, you guys.